The city, home of 1,000 tragic endings and few beginnings. I was one of them. It was Wednesday night, hump day. Not that it mattered to me, I didn't have a job. Well, at least not one like any average Joe. I'm a photographer. Not the kind that takes Sears pictures for Christmas cards or prom photos. Your mother wouldn't want you near me at that age. I take dirty pictures of dirty people doing dirty things. Some of the things I've seen would make a regular guy burn his eyes out with a hot poker. But not me. The night crept up like a cockroach. I was lying in bed waiting for a call. The woman next to me was Samantha Dane. Part-time secretary, part-time lover, full-time woman. Oversexed and underpaid. Yeah. The caller gave me everything I needed and nothing I wanted. I was happy to make a buck, but this one came with enemies.
Job.
It's what I do.
Why tonight?
Like I said. It's what I do.
Why now?
Anybody ever tell you ask too many questions?
Just you.
I don't like questions. I may be late. Or not at all.
Son of a bitch! Wherever it is you're going tonight, be careful. Please. Detective McCleary's been hanging around.
I'm not in.
You're never in. For McCleary, the collections, now me. I'm scared, Mick. I'm scared for you.
She cared. I got that. I made a deal with the devil and somehow Samantha felt the heat. But the less she knew, the longer she'd be around. Besides, she makes a hell of a cup of coffee. like a thin layer of plastic wrap on my skin. I took my place at the bar and ordered a shot. She brushed past me like a tigress stalking her prey. She took her place at the far end of the bar, a sultry, dark-haired, dark-eyed beauty, staring at me with eyes that said come and go at the same time. Do I know you?
I know you.
She barely smiled, and even if she did, it would have been a sad smile, the kind that rips your heart out. I felt her gaze like hot wax pouring down my back.
I've been waiting for you.
She proceeded to tell me that she got my name from a client I barely remembered. Her words were hypnotic, intoxicating, filling my head with fluffy clouds and fuzzy bunnies, the kind that make a man do stupid things.
I have a job for you.
Here it comes. I knew she was trouble from the tip of her toes to her tapered fingers. Still I was drawn. She was better than me and she knew it. Every flag I know was raised, every bell rang, every whistle screeched. No one ever accused me of playing it safe, and she was danger with a capital sexy. She ordered a drink, something pink. Put it on his tab. I doubled my shot and gave her the once-over. She was confident, too confident, but she needed me.
Accept my offer and you can buy a dozen girls a dozen drinks.
That's 144 drinks. What would I do with 12 drunk girls?
What couldn't you do?
She had a point. Somehow that kind of talk flowed from her lips naturally. It didn't look right, but it didn't sound wrong. What are we talking about here?
A suitcase.
I don't travel.
This one's already packed.
I don't need a new suit.
With money.
I'm listening.
I just need you to retrieve it for me.
What's in it for me?
$1 million.
She didn't even bat an eye. One thing I know, if you can drop a mill and not break a sweat, you got a lot more behind it. That's a lot of money just to retrieve a suitcase.
There's more.
Surprise me.
Not here.
Why me? Why not somebody who does this for a living?
They ask too many questions.
I don't like questions.
So you'll do it?
That's a question.
Well, hello there. Wentworth Emerson Styles at your service.
Weasel. I'm not big on nicknames, especially when they don't fit. Not that anything would fit this guy. Someday someone's gonna cut out his stink gland. Unfortunately, it wasn't today. Don't get me wrong, he's okay. But he's always got an angle.
My, aren't you charming?
And you are?
Just leaving.
Meet me at that address. Right in the alley, 3 o'clock. No.
She slid off the bar stool, moving past me the same way she came in. I wasn't sure, but I think I drooled a little. Just a little. She was gone before my fantasy was over.
Nice babe.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she?
A little too nice for you, don't you think?
I'm moving up in the world. How much did he hear? How long was he there? What did he want? What can I do for you?
Just a little drink and some friendly conversation.
How about I buy you the drink, you find the conversation someplace else?
Fair enough.
Too easy. Means he heard too much. I bought him a drink and he left. I'm guessing it was better than the alternative.
Diamond?
Cleary.
You know, we really should stop meeting this way. People talk.
Shut up. Well, looks like we got a police chief with an affinity for young girls and controlled substances.
Yeah, he really should smile more. He's got such a warm smile.
Listen, asshole. There's nothing I'd like more than to bust this shithead, but it ain't gonna happen with you playing peeping paparazzi.
Don't you even want to know who hired me?
What I'd like is for you to stay out of police business. Get a job taking pictures of ponies or something. Leave the police to the police.
Hey, Mac. What's going on?
Nothing that concerns you.
We got a call.
Let's go.
I got the message. Still, I had bills to pay. I picked up a cheap cigar before walking to the alley. I got to the alley just before 3. I looked at the paper she slipped me at the bar, double-checking the address. She signed it Jazz, an interesting name for a dame. Still a dame by any other name. I left the goon holding what was left of his future in his hands. I was more lucky than good. I wasn't sticking around to gloat. 5-0 got wind of the shot and this alley was about to get busy. I was heading south when I realized I'd dropped my camera. It ain't much, but it saved my life, and right now it was the most expensive thing I owned, and I wasn't willing to leave it. I snuck back, and as luck would have it, the gorilla was gone. The sirens were getting close, but what really got my attention was the man on the ground. I knew he heard too much. It's a hell of a way to learn your lesson. I was about to look for my camera when I noticed Weasel was looking right at me.
Forgive me.
You got the wrong guy.
I ain't never given anything anyone ever before.
What is this?
It's the stuff dreams are made of.
Right.
The screeching tires told me the cops were here. I had no answers and too many questions. I ducked into the shadows and out the back end of the alley. I headed home to try and answer the big questions. Why me? Why was Weasel lying in a pool of blood that could have been mine? What was his key to? I don't like questions.
It's a little hot in here, don't you think?
A guy like me never gets a girl like that.
I was worried about you.
I knew she was the answer to all these questions.
Is that right?
Shh. We can talk later.
Still, if I was gonna die, at least I'd die with a smile. I lay in bed, eyes half closed, pretending to be asleep while I watched this gorgeous half-naked dame rifle through my pants. I figured it out somewhere between her empty kiss and the time she slithered from between the sheets. I was nothing to her, no more than an ice cube in Alaska. I get her the suitcase and she gives me a bullet in the back. I don't know what happened in that alley. But I know it didn't finish with Weasel. I thought I was dreaming.
I couldn't sleep. I was thinking of making a martini. I was looking for some vodka.
In my pockets. The door burst open. My dance partner from last night stood in the doorway holding a beat-up old briefcase.
You're a hard woman to find, but well worth the look.
You found it.
Bastard buried in a dumpster. Cops didn't think to look inside.
Maybe they were too busy working the dead body angle to be looking for a suitcase.
Shut up.
I regretted that the second before his hand struck my face. I learned my lesson. Don't mouth off to an angry man when you're naked. He threw me my pants and told me to get dressed. I must have made him feel inadequate, or maybe he just couldn't kill a naked man. Either way, I was grateful.
Give me a reason.
If I'd known this many people were gonna show up, I'd have gotten lox and bagels.
You're a regular comedian.
Diamond?
McCleary, since when do you work the home invasion angle?
We found something that we think belongs to you. I don't want to know why it was there.
Tell me you came all this way just to give me a camera.
Give us another reason to be here.
You might want to keep your monkey on a leash.
Hey, look.
Some guys never learn. Hey, that's just me.
Shut up or you're next.
All right. Take him out. Come on.
Come on, tough guy. You just earned yourself a free vacation.
I didn't just come over here to give you your camera. I found something on it that I found interesting. You saved me a lot of questions. I hate questions.
Doesn't everybody?
It's not how it looks. I promise, I didn't mean...
Hey.
I'm not the one who actually...
Hey! You might want to try putting something on.
Mick.
Save it.
Samantha sends her regards. Let's go, sweetheart. Come on.
Detective. One last thing.
What do you got there?
Suitcase full of dreams.
It's empty.
When was the last time you held on to a dream?
All right, come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Like I said, I'm a photographer. I take dirty pictures of dirty people doing dirty things.